Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video I'm just going to wrap up some final thoughts on this Zoxy stove. Now I've had a couple of videos already looking at the overall features, another one giving it a quality field test, seeing how it would actually react out in the field and if it was a suitable candidate for a backpacking cooking system. Now at this point, the very first thing I thought, the very first minute I saw that Zoxy stove, was it looked like a Jetboil. Now in my very first Zoxy stove video, I have taken a look at it and I showed some of the basic features and compared it to the Jetboil, but I had yet to actually do a field comparison to see how it would perform. And today, I'm going to basically show you some footage from doing a boil test, showing you how these compare, and to let you know which of the two really performs better. And then finally, we're going to take a look at these things in terms of just a basic discussion on which one would be most suitable for you. Alright, so here I have the Zoxy stove and a Jetboil. And I was curious about which one of these would boil faster. Now these aren't exactly the same size, they're a different pot size and it has a little bit different fuel, but at the same time, I'm basically going to boil up the exact same amount of water just to see which one gets it done faster. So I'm going to pour one of these into each, we'll boil them up and we'll go from there. Okay, so now in the Jetboil, that is basically a ½ liter of water, and also in the Zoxy stove a ½ liter of water. So these are ready to go. I'm going to start them both as close as I can to the exact same time, so let me make sure I know where my strikers are. Okay, that's good, and that's, yep. So fire this on and let it rip. Wow, lost a little hair there. There it goes. And this one. Okay, now they're both on. I'm gonna put on the cover. Wow, my hair just totally got burnt off. And I'll put the cover, and we'll get these basically onto high. That one's fully high. That one's fully high. Okay, now we got these things going here. It is 4:40. So let's see how long it takes these things to go. Alright, so just a little bit over a minute in. And it's hard to see, but there is a little bit of steam starting to develop here and wisping out of the top. So if we're going to take a look at one, we're going to take a look at both, just to be fair. There's the steam, no bubbles yet. And here, steam, but no bubbles yet. Steamed up the lens. There you go. Can barely see now. So anyway, we'll keep to watching this and see how it goes. See that the Zoxy stove is a little more enclosed. The flame on the Jetboil is a little more open. A little bit better of a flame actually on the Zoxy, and this thing's already starting to rock and roll here. Oh yeah, Zoxy is definitely boiling, so it's 4:43. Zoxy is definitely boiling, and the Jetboil, hold on, see. Not yet. So the Jetboil is not yet boiling, and the Zoxy is just ripping away. So that's pretty solid. So I'd say 4:43 on the Zoxy. Let's get the Jetboil covered up again and see when that thing finally boils up. And I'm going to turn this off because why waste the gas? So let's make sure that's covered up nice and tight. And I think we'll see when that thing starts to bubble up. Okay, now it is 4:44. And you can see this is starting to bubble now. So yes, ow, hot. That is done. And I don't like that about this Jetboil. The cover is just really sketchy taking it off. On the Zoxy, it is significantly better. So definitely a little suspect on that Jetboil. So now, if boil time is not your only concern, and you can wait the extra few minutes, and also if capacity is not necessarily a concern, maybe what you are concerned with is overall weight. So here I have the two stoves. They both have about a half a canister worth of fuel in them. It's not a full canister, but it is just about a half on each. Now the Jetboil, as I've talked about before, does have a smaller canister of fuel, and the Zoxy does have a larger canister of fuel. Now you could look at that as a pro or a con either way. Obviously you may not necessarily need a full fuel canister for your trip, but this does have a larger capacity in case that's of importance to you. So let's just weigh these up real quick and we'll take a look. So the Zoxy stove rings in at 2 pounds, 0.9 ounces. And the Jetboil, 1 pound, 3.3 ounces. So there is a very considerable difference in weight. Obviously the Jetboil is a smaller, more compact unit, and therefore overall has a much smaller weight. But in reality, I mean, it's what, 3/4 of a pound, something like that. I mean, not a huge deal, but if you are a lightweight backpacker and you are concerned with weight, obviously every ounce does matter. So which of these two systems is right for you? I mean, the basic discussion goes like this. If you're looking for a larger capacity, this being a little over a 1 liter pot, you want basically a little more volume, you don't mind the extra weight, you want to carry a larger fuel canister, maybe have a better handle, and in my opinion, a nicer lid. Even furthermore, somewhat more of a protected burner. Again, that lid to me makes a huge difference to not get yourself burned. The additional pot stand to allow you basically to use any other pot that you want. If you've looked at my other reviews, you'll see that this is like an accessory pot stand to allow you to use different types of pots or pans. Then in my opinion, the way to go would be the Zoxy stove. Personally, I very much enjoy this. I think I would carry this over the Jetboil for the price, for the size, for the convenience, for the features. That would be my choice. However, if you want to reduce some weight, maybe you don't need to carry quite so much fuel and you're alright with carrying the smaller fuel canister, which quite frankly is most likely going to be more than suitable for your backpacking trip. The one additional feature, having this little cup that allows you basically to have an accessory with you, then maybe the Jetboil would be the way to go. So, I mean, both of these systems have pros and cons. At the end of the day, you're pretty much looking for the system that would be most appropriate for your intended purposes. So alright guys, there you have it. A real quick comparison of the Zoxy Outdoors Extreme Camp and Backpacking Stove and a Jetboil Flash. Both of which have excellent features, both of which are very suitable system. In my opinion, the Zoxy has just a little bit better features, overall better construction, and overall better capacity. Jetboil being a little bit lighter, but that doesn't necessarily affect me much. So in my opinion, the Zoxy stove is the better of the two, but that is in the eye of the beholder. So alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.